Friends, ladies and gentlemen, we have I think a very good lineup. Part makes us feel that horrible era is a part of our long-distance historical past. But it's wonderful to have you here, President Lagos. I think that Chile has set an example over Iraq in the second resolution. Our speaker after President Lagos will be Chretien. He retires after...
I think there should be a renewed effort, particularly in view of the very hopeful meeting yesterday between North Korea and South Korea, to deal with the North Korean nuclear problem. It is a far bigger threat to your future than Iraq ever was, because they have the capacity to make nuclear weapons, and they have a missile that will reach the continental United States in theory. It has not been tested yet because we got them to stop testing back in '98.
The like of his insight,
I think that Europe should take the lead in urging that the Iraq nation-building process be internationalized as quickly as possible, that NATO should offer to go in. That would give the United States a continued big position there. It would enable us to take down a lot of our 150, 30, 40,000 troops, however many we got there now. It would cut our bill of $4 billion a month, and simultaneously, I believe that America should be challenged, along with our other allies, to double or triple our force in Afghanistan, where poor Mr. Karzai is virtually the president of Kabul, where the al-Qaida and the Taliban are coming back in the rural areas, and where we risk making the same mistake we did in the early '80s when we walked away after the Soviet Union left.
To dispel Quebec separatism, natural society, I think is a tremendous testimony to his...
You are going to have a distinction between those that globalization introduce more growth and those that think that globalization is against them. And what we saw in Seattle 3 or 4 years ago, it was those that think that because you have no rules in the long run, globalization is not going to be for the many, but it's going to be for the few. And we think that globalization is here to stay and should be for the many, not for the few. And here I think that is something to be think about on the third way. How are we going to think that globalization is for the many?
Very much time. I don't think any apology is required by anyone in this hall. That was absolutely wonderful.
And we were unlucky because we had SARS that affected Toronto and reduced income for tourism. And we had one mad cow. We had only one.
It only takes one. It only takes one.
And we're not sure that it was not imported from England or United States.
That's right.
But we had one damn mad cow that has caused a lot of problems to us.
Chretien is going to, I hope, say a little bit more about the third way and his experience, more from a domestic Canadian.